hope you've enjoyed watching my little travel vlog so far. I was really set on capturing as much of this trip as possible. However, it was just so hot there. We've also been going through a bit of a heat wave here, so I'm just very excited for summer to come to an end. The rest of this video, I wanted to go through some quick reviews of the books I finished reading in the last week, talk about the ones I'm now starting, and show you a few items that I bought on my trip. So the first book that I showed in this video, which I started just before getting on the plane, was one of the Vampire Hunter D books called The Rose Princess, and these are written by Hideyuki Kikuchi. I first got into Vampire Hunter D when I was a teenager after I watched the anime film Bloodlust, and then started reading the books. I have read quite a few of these, but it's only in the last few years with the release of the omnibuses, which I've got a few of here, that I've started reading them sequentially. So though there are some overarching storylines in these, most of them can be read in a random order. These stories are set in a post-apocalyptic world ruled by vampires, more commonly referred to as the nobility. And the books follow the half-human, half-vampire or Dhampir D as he battles various creatures. There are 55 volumes, I believe, in the series and 8 omnibuses, and I currently have these 3 here. And The Rose Princess is volume 7, which is the last volume in this one, Omnibus 3. So I'm collecting and reading these solely in between other books. I loved The Rose Princess, and I think it's probably one of my favorite books out of the series so far that I've read. I also really love the illustrations by Yoshitaka Amano, so he does all the cover art. And there's also some artwork in the books which I love. This one is pretty amazing. And you'll find quite a few illustrations in these as you're reading them. I'll show you the other 2 as well. This is Omnibus Book 2. And this is the first one. I love this cover. I highly recommend reading these if you're interested in vampires. I would consider myself to be somebody who really enjoys flying. I feel very calm when I'm in an airport or on a plane. I just love traveling in general. But the one thing I really like about flying is how much I will end up reading, just because I'm so undisturbed by any distractions like social media in general, having no Wi-Fi. And I didn't really have Wi-Fi on this trip, so I ended up spending a lot of time just reading, which is really great to catch up a bit because I don't get to read that much usually in the week. I try to set some time every night before I go to bed to read at least a few chapters, but it depends how busy I am during the week. But anyway, once I finished The Rose Princess, I then moved on to finishing Perfume, The Story of a Murderer. And if you watched my previous vlog, you would have seen me talking about how I just started reading this. And I won't give away any spoilers, but wow, this is an incredible yet creepy book. I really loved it. It's completely disturbing, and it really reminded me in some ways of The Monk by Matthew Gregory Lewis, which is the single most disturbing book I've ever read. I don't think Perfume got to this level, but it was pretty close at times. I'm really glad that I finally got around to reading this. I have not watched the movie yet. I am planning on watching it on the weekend, so let me know if you've read this one. So after finishing Perfume, I straight away started a new book, which is The Hacienda by Isabel Cañas. And this is what I'm now currently reading. This is another book that's been on my list for some time, as I'm trying to read more contemporary Gothic books this year, which I've mentioned. And so far I'm really into this. It's very mysterious, and of course there is the Hacienda itself, where some strange things are starting to happen. And I really love Gothic books with houses that are haunted or have a dark past. I find that to be a really interesting aspect. I'll let you know what I think of this one when I finish it, but if you have read it, let me know your thoughts. Another book on my TBR list is My Darling Dreadful Thing by Joanna Van Veen. And I'm really excited to announce that this is our pick for this month in my Patreon book club, The Coven. As always, we voted on a few different books and this one won, so we'll be starting this next week. I've just ordered a physical copy, which I'm really looking forward to receiving because I love the cover. I can't wait to get into this one because I've heard some really good things about it. So to show you a quick mini haul of some of the items I bought on my trip, another one of my goals this year is to really try to save more. So I'm trying to be a lot more mindful with my purchases. So although we did do a lot of book shopping and we went to a massive secondhand book fair, which I didn't get much footage of because I was just so overwhelmed and spending a lot of time looking through hundreds of books, I didn't actually buy anything there, which I'm really proud of. However, I did buy 2 DVDs. The first one is the movie Reality Bites. It's just like an old movie that I really love, and it's still sealed, which is pretty amazing. And the second one I got is Penny Dreadful Season 1. This is one of, if not my favorite show ever. It's inspired my style so much and also my decor. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend checking this out. I've really gotten back into physical media this year just because I realized I was subscribed to so many streaming services, yet sometimes I couldn't find any of my favorite movies on there to watch. So I'm trying to build up my DVD collection again with my favorites. I also got, and I apologize for how crinkly this is, got this little white top, which you would have seen me wearing on my last day. I really love a Peter Pan collar, and this is so light and airy, so it was really perfect for the very hot and humid weather there. And I feel like I could layer this in winter. I just really find it hard to go past a cute white blouse. I also spent some time with my dear friend Amy, who owns the store Ghosts of October on my trip. So of course I had to get some items from her because she's an incredibly talented artist. So first of all, this beautiful moth tote bag. Look at those illustrations. It's just beautiful, and just the details of everything is just really stunning. So I'll go through some of the items that I've got in here. First off is this very cool spell jar kit. So there are some instructions here, and then you can also see the inside here. I'm looking forward to casting some spells soon. I also picked up this very cool Gothic architecture notepad. I've actually got 3 of these now. I love the way they look on my desk. I don't even like writing on them so much because they're just so pretty, but they are really handy to have around as well. And of course I had to get one of her art prints. So this is a cute little pumpkin beetle, which is just so unique. And the details are just, again, like, the quality is beautiful. And last but not least, a very cool Gothic architecture inspired washi tape. She has a few of these. I also have another one. I use washi tape a lot to do little art print with postcard collages on my walls. And I really want to start using this because I think the details will just look so nice with these up there. I also picked up another keychain from her because I love putting them on my bag. So I've got this one, which is just so cute and looks very nice with my other Ghost of October keychain, which I've featured in my previous video. A few extra little updates if you've made it this far. I've already started working on my next video as I have quite a few events coming up. February's turning out to be pretty busy for me, so I've got a convention, an oddities type market, which I'm really excited to go to, and also a movie premiere, which I can't share the name of yet. I don't know if we're putting this in 1 or 2 videos, but I hope to have those out as soon as possible because I'm really enjoying making these and I really, again, appreciate your lovely comments, so thank you so much. As always, I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon members for supporting me and reading with me every month. We'll also be watching Nosferatu together in a few weeks now that that's available online, so if you'd like to join us, I've left a link in the description. Thanks so much for watching this. I'll see you soon. Bye.